After we prepared the fabric, in this section, I introduced the draping method of front bodice. Firstly, fold under 2.5 cm at center front. Crease the center front. Pin the muslin to the dress form at the bust point, one pin up, one pin down. Smooth the muslin up from the bust point so that the center front line of the muslin lies directly over the center front seam of the dress form. The bust line from bust point to center front is parallel to ground. Pin at the center front, halfway between the neckline and bust level. Pin at the center front below the chest. Pin these three positions first. Continue to smooth the muslin up. Pin the front neck point. Then, pin front waist point. Lift the muslin. Make sure the bust line parallel to the ground. How to judge if it's parallel to the ground? The judgment is the T-line should be perpendicular to the ground. The lower part of muslin hang like a boxy shape. After that, we add 0.3 cm ease on the bust line between bust point and side seam. Pin side seam and bust line intersection. Distribute 0.3 ease evenly on bust line, from bust point to side seam. Then, pin on bust line. One pin up, one pin down to secure the muslin. In this case, we drape the center front and the bust level line. Note, the bust line should be parallel to the ground. Step 2. Smooth the T-line down. Slash the muslin when necessary. Slash the T-line from the lower edge of the muslin to at least 0.6 cm below the waistline. Don't slash very close to the waistline. Pin T-line at waist. Pin T-line between waist and bust with pins left and right. Now we can see some extra muslin below the bust. Pinch extra muslin to make it fit the dress form. Now, the dot is forming. I'll show you how to drape the dot. Firstly, crease the lengthwise square line. After creasing the line, take 0.3 cm ease between T-line and the dot. The crease line is the dot center line. We take the extra muslin to form a waist dot. Fold towards side seam, crease the dot leg. Fold towards center front, crease. Then, mark the dot. Cross mark the dot leg and waistline intersection. Here is the width of the waist dot. Pin the waist dot. Add 0.3 cm ease between T-line and side seam. This is added right at the waist. In this case, totally we add 0.6 cm ease at front waist. smooth muslin slash pin at side seam and waist intersection. Now, we complete draping the part below the bust. Next, we'll drape the upper part above the bust line. Firstly, we will drape the neckline. Smooth the muslin along crosswise grain, then along lengthwise grain. Pin at neckline. Here appears some buckling, meaning too tight here. Therefore, slash muslin to release the tension. Notice, slash from the outer edge of the muslin to at least 0.6 cm above the neckline. Continually smooth muslin. Pin side neck point. After every draping step, please check and make sure the muslin maintains flat. No tension buckling appearing. After draping the neckline, we come back to the T-line. From T-line and the bust line intersection, smooth the extension line of T-line up over the shoulder line. I'll redo this step. Along the extension line of T-line, we smooth the muslin over the shoulder. Notice, don't pull tight muslin. After smoothing the muslin, pin shoulder, a tiny distance over shoulder point. Now, we can see some extra muslin on shoulder. This is the shoulder dot of basic waist bodice. The dot is formed because of the full breast. Normally, the shoulder dot located at the princess line and shoulder line intersection. Smooth and pin at the princess line and shoulder line intersection. Then, cross mark the intersection. Okay. Similarly, at this side, smooth the muslin from bust to shoulder and push the extra muslin towards the neckline. Also, here, cross mark the princess line and shoulder line intersection. Then, pin the dot at the shoulder. This is the shoulder dot. Okay. Finally, at the side seam, smooth the muslin up to the top of the underarm. Pin. Now, the front bodice has been draped. We draped the neckline, shoulder line, and shoulder dot. At last, we will check fit. All the lengthwise grain fall straight down, the crosswise grain parallel to the ground. No twisting or pulling. After check and confirm. Next, we will mark the front bodice.